Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Throwing, Jones. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Jones. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jones. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Off play action. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Maurice Hurst. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Jones. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And it's third down.
17's Mike 17. Dick. 64.
Now Lawrence. Man open is Robinson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Back to throw. Jones. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Lawrence on third down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught at the 25. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Trucks over him. And now running right through it. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. From the gun, Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second down at 5. Now Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Malik McDowell drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Shark's got it, left side. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 17.
Now Lawrence to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Derek Barnett. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Jones. Campbell making the catch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts able to get this back with it, a touchdown. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Flush to his right. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again here with Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Lawrence. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Jones off the play fake. 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third and 2, now Lawrence. Flushed out right. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Hines now on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now Jones on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And now here is another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, Robinson bulldozes past him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball? I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Toss play to Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Kwity Paye able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And look at this. And this thing is blown up defensively. They will not get a throw-off on the trick play, and that'll go down as a sack. So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this one hits the crossbar, and it's no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, they're unable to tie this game. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it.
Right there, Shenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Shenault hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Finding Pittman and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Here's Jones. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jags are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. To throw is Jones. His throw incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job. You're knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Gets past one man and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Jones. Steps up. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.